The NATO alliance and its allies have been alarmed by Russia's overt display of its nuclear capabilities. President Vladimir Putin has not only showcased these weapons, but also issued stark warnings to Western nations to refrain from provoking Russia. He emphasizes avoiding global confrontation that could result in significant losses for all parties involved. Despite this, Russia remains determined not to let any threats to its sovereignty go unchecked. To underscore this stance, Russian officials have stated that their strategic forces are always on combat alert when necessary. This is why Russia frequently conducts military parades to showcase its lethal arsenal, ensuring that the Red Bear nation is not perceived as vulnerable by other countries. A key weapon Russia is keen to display is the RS-24 Yars ballistic missile. Its impressive capabilities, particularly its range of 6.8 to 7,456 miles, are enough to cause concern within NATO. Such a range enables Russia to easily target NATO member states if necessary. Furthermore, the Yars missile's capacity to carry nuclear warheads adds a significant threat level, potentially rendering Western air defense systems ineffective against a full-scale attack on multiple NATO cities. President Putin has also taken proactive steps to prepare for the worst-case scenario of conflict with the Western Bloc. Russia and Belarus have initiated joint preparations for the use of non-strategic nuclear weapons. This move is in response to perceived threats from the West, including French President Emmanuel Macron's refusal to rule out sending troops to Ukraine during the Russian invasion. This preparation underscores the heightened tensions and the complex dynamics of international military and diplomatic relations involving nuclear capabilities. The escalating conflict in Ukraine has prompted Russia to issue stark warnings to NATO and its allies about their involvement in the region. Russian officials have expressed concerns that the war in Ukraine is entering its most dangerous phase in history. President Vladimir Putin has specifically warned Western nations about the substantial risks involved. The involvement of Western countries in Ukraine could potentially trigger an expansion of the conflict, involving other nations with significant nuclear capabilities.
Есть оружие, да знают об этом. Сейчас только я сказал, тоже есть оружие, которое может поражать цели.
Recent developments indicate that the situation in Eastern Europe has worsened over the past few weeks. In response to the escalating crisis, President Joe Biden of the United States has signed off on $61 billion in aid to Ukraine. The United Kingdom, on the other hand, has provided military aid, with British officials stating that Ukraine has the right to use the supplied weapons to strike back against Russia. Meanwhile, French President Emmanuel Macron has overtly dismissed objections to deploying French troops to combat Russian forces. In reaction to these Western actions, Russia has responded by announcing plans to conduct military exercises involving the tactical deployment of nuclear weapons. This move is explicitly aimed at countering the continued involvement of the United States, the United Kingdom, and France in the Russian invasion of Ukraine. The RS-24 Yars ballistic missile, with its formidable capabilities, is expected to play a central role in Russia's strategic posture in the conflict involving Ukraine and its NATO allies. This situation underscores the intense and precarious nature of international relations in this region, highlighting the complex interplay of military power and diplomatic maneuvers. The RS-24 Yars missile is indeed a cornerstone of modern Russian nuclear armament. Officially confirmed as a thermonuclear-armed intercontinental ballistic missile, it was first tested on May 29, 2007, following the completion of a secretive military research and development project designed by the Moscow Institute of Thermal Technology and manufactured by the Votkinsk machine building plant. The Yars was commissioned into the Russian Aerospace Forces in 2011 and remains active. For NATO member countries, the RS-24 Yars presents a formidable threat. The sheer dimensions of this missile, a length of 73.8 feet and a diameter of 6.6 feet with a total weight of 109,349 pounds, spark considerable concern about its destructive capabilities. The Yars missile's extraordinary capabilities far exceed those of typical ballistic missiles. It is claimed to have a reach of up to 7,456 miles, allowing Russia to launch attacks from vast distances. This capability positions the Yars as a significant threat to nations that are adversarial to Russia. With its impressive range, the Yars missile can target virtually any continent, making it a global threat. If aligned one by one, it has the potential to devastate the entirety of NATO-allied Western European countries. Capitals such as London, Paris, Berlin, and Rome fall within its striking distance, while North America might lie outside the maximum range of the Yars. Significant population centers in the United States remain vulnerable to potential strikes, illustrating the global reach and strategic influence of this powerful weapon. The RS-24 Yars missile's capability for intercontinental strikes is also significantly enhanced by its high velocity. With the ability to reach maximum speeds of Mach 25 or about 19,000 miles per hour, Russia can quickly target various capital cities across Western nations. This quick strike capability has led several countries to impose sanctions on Russia to prevent the sale of this advanced ballistic missile. Yet, perhaps the most alarming aspect of the Yars missile is its thermonuclear warhead payload. Experts estimate that the missile typically carries 4 warheads per launch. However, differing opinions suggest it can carry up to 10 thermonuclear warheads when operational. What makes the Yars particularly formidable is each warhead's capability to be independently targeted. This means that Russia could potentially strike up to 10 different targets, possibly in 10 different countries, with a single launch of the Yars missile. The destructive power of these thermonuclear warheads is immense. While the exact yield of these warheads is classified by Russia, some experts estimate their power to be equivalent to thousands of tons of TNT. This immense destructive potential means that a single warhead from the Yars missile could obliterate an entire city, resulting in significant loss of life and catastrophic damage to infrastructure. The capability to launch multiple warheads to multiple targets simultaneously escalates the strategic threat posed by the Yars missile, making it a critical element of Russia's nuclear deterrence and offensive capabilities. The implementation of modern technology in the RS-24 Yars missile not only enhances its destructive capabilities, but also impresses observers due to its advanced features. A notable feature is the Multiple Independently Targetable Re-Entry Vehicle, MIRV. MIRV technology allows the missile to carry several warheads, each capable of being directed towards a different target. This means that a single launch of the Yars missile can deliver multiple warheads to multiple targets simultaneously. Such capability not only saves time, but also reduces operational costs during an attack, making it a highly efficient and formidable system. However, one major question that puzzles NATO countries is how such a large missile can achieve such high levels of accuracy. Historically, the accuracy of ballistic missiles has been a challenge, leading some countries to launch multiple missiles in hopes that at least one will hit its intended target. Yet, Russia has demonstrated exceptional proficiency in missile technology, particularly in terms of accuracy. This was proven during a test on May 29, 2007, when the Yars missile was fired over a distance of 3,573 miles and hit its target precisely. Even when deviations occurred, the missile strayed by only about 100 meters. This level of precision marks a significant advancement in ballistic missile technology showcasing Russia's ability to lead in this domain. The high accuracy reduces the need for multiple launches and enhances the effectiveness of the missile, making it a critical component in Russia's strategic military arsenal.